Kozuljevic.
Hi there, my name is Nikola, and I'm looking forward to jump into this lovely topic today. We are going to speak about large language model optimization. Through a question, is SEO dead? Yeah, it's a loaded question. Been asked many times so far through history, but let's see what the answer is today, right? I'm Nikola. I'm a marketing professional executive. Been working in marketing for a long time now. At the moment, I'm a CMO at SmartSup, where I lead our marketing team and go-to-market strategy to conquer the AI, chatbots, and customer engagement product category. But also, I'm a co-founder of OpinioAI, which uses AI to synthesize replicate human insights for market research use case. I have worked in the industry for a long time, have been dabbling with SEO for a long time as well. So let's jump into this now, right? So starting with the big question, is SEO dead today? Tough question. No. Easy answer is no. I will answer more detail as we go. As we can see that now with large language models out there, the SEO just kind of evolved rather than being completely dead or removed from the existence. Just to recap, what is SEO? SEO, of course, is the process of improving your website, your content, all with the purpose of making sure the search engines serve your website for user queries. It definitely relates to any kind of search engines out there, but since Google is the most famous and most used, a bunch of SEO work is actually just contained for Google itself. Today, SEO is a really important tactical approach where we intend to use SEO and these improvements to increase our organic channel. And organic channels are really important when it comes to digital marketing. Brett Edge Research forecast that about half of all website traffics come from organic search, and this is really, really powerful. Arguably today, there's not much users that do not touch search engines before discovering your website, especially if they don't know it through brand and stuff like that. So organic is really important, and there's a lot of effort being put into actually SEO and improving the organic search. So basically, your business, your service can pop up in search engines more, and search engines can recommend your business. Now, this is a bit getting a bit challenged now, as you know, with the rise of large language models and AI search engines. This is sort of changing. Arguably, we are at the beginning of it. We don't fully understand the full picture of the extent of the impact, but arguably, even what we can see now is going to be a significant impact to way how people discover new brand services. So instead of using search engines, they are going to use AI, LLMs, chatbots, and so on. Gartner predicts that by 2028, brands will see organic traffic decrease by 50%. As users continue to lean more using these AI tools. And also this has been also seen by the recent similar web report, where they actually noticed that one of the rarest websites or services that's getting traffic these days, among the big ones, huge ones, of course, is actually ChatGPT. Many of other services are going down and losing their share. They're still big, huge, especially Google, social media, and YouTube. But it's obvious that AI is going to have a particular role in user and consumer behavior that we actually need to kind of work around and trying to adjust our marketing tactics to AI engines. So what are AI search engines? AI search engines, I will just be brief and say, even though throughout the conversations we can refer to AI search engines as LLMs, large language models, there is some technical differences between the two. Large language models are a different thing. Basically, later I'm going to show you how different exactly. But for all intents and purposes, when I say AI search engine, it is kind of LLM that's user-facing, that users can use to research and to get insights about some kind of product and service. These are the most famous ones, starting from ChatGPT to Gemini, Copilot, and Perplexity, of course. All of them are, especially Copilot, Bing, and Gemini, are now kind of a fusion of traditional search engines and LLMs. But for all intents and purposes, we need to consider that AI search engines are a combination of internet search and LLMs. Of course, the big bit is the LLMs itself. I'm going to show how this looks later, but the big question everyone has is how to actually be represented with these AI search engines. And this is where we actually come to large language model optimization. This is a new term. I prefer this one. There are many others, such as generative engine optimization or AI search engine optimization or AI engine optimization. Many of them I prefer LLMO, but there's no industry standards as of yet. So we are stuck with some kind of war of acronyms here. For all intents and purposes, all of these are same for this talk. So we will continue as LLMO or search engine AI engine optimizations. So ultimately, I'll just go back again and say, how do these AI search engines then work? This is basically the core structure of AI search engines. Of course, it's a blatant categorization and characterization. It's not super technical, but ultimately what you all need to know that indeed they have a basis of pure large language models. They have, on top of it, they have some internet search and deep research. They are both application layer functionalities, and they use different kind of sources to actually get to the data and create a difference between the large language model itself and AI search engine. LLMs can work as a search engine itself, but they usually have a problem that is they're always cut off both with data and dates. Simply because it takes time to model and train these models. And then as a search engine, providing real-time data, they're kind of not as useful. So that's why the providers actually put some fresh data, index data on top of LLMs to create an AI search engine. And basically, this is a key distinction here that beyond just LLMs, with AI search engine, there's always some kind of functionality that's used as retrieval augmented generation or RAG, or that uses their own crawling, or that uses some kind of other data that's filled in, or they use some kind of index as well. For example, ChatGPT uses Bing index, which is basically a huge data set from Bing. Gemini uses Google's index and so on. Ultimately, the key difference here is about the data. And ultimately, yeah, data is very important in all of these, but when it comes to difference between LLM and search engines, data is definitely a difference, and data is key. And for our intents and purposes, data is crawling. And when I say crawling, I mean crawlers are tools or bots or web crawlers or spiders that you also use them, that actually go from site to site and download information so they can be used in search engines. And today, of course, with LLMs, these are some of the key crawlers that we know of today. There will probably going to be more of them. Ultimately, what these bots do, again, they go from website to website, they download your website, and they share it in some kind of database to be structured and then accessed by LLM when the user needs it. Ultimately, this is a key, let's say, SEO requirement is to have crawlers, easy access to your website and consumption of your data. This means that your website needs to be well structured, needs to be readable by the bots, and needs to be accessible by the bots as well. So when it comes to SEO and LLMs search engines, this is absolutely where they overlap. And one of the key things that you need to make sure for your website is to have it open for crawlers. Other than that, what else to optimize to be better ranked and presented by LLMs? I would just highlight here that we don't have clear visibility as within SEO what's needed to be actually ranked well with LLMs, but we know some things. And this is, first is quality SEO. Like I mentioned before, you need to have your website accessible. It needs to be fast, mobile friendly. It needs to have HTTPS. It needs to have authority. It needs to have all the stuff that SEO needs, LLMs needs as well. But also there's a couple of different things that we also need to optimize, especially brand and content. That brand and the efforts needs to be unique, consistent, but also persistent as well. I'm going to share some examples. And we also have some tech hacks, basically that we see now practitioners trying to kind of hack LLMs to prefer one service from another. This is all very telling and kind of similar what SEO was going through in the early days. We had the same thing, and actually even today people are trying to hack some kind of SEO, and it's always a tug of war between Google and black hat SEO practitioners and so on. This is the same scenario repeats now as well. So first off, what we need is quality SEO. I'm not going to go into details here because we can do many hours on quality SEO. Ultimately, what you need to know is that indeed you need good and quality SEO to even rank, and LLMs and search engines to continue to consider your business and service. There's a lot you can do here. This is a neat overview from Search Engine Land. This is what they call a periodic table of SEO. You can check many articles and guides what needs to be done there. But ultimately, this again is proof that SEO is not dead. It's just going to be even more critical in LLM era to succeed. As long as SEO is about making sure that computers understand your content better, it's going to be perfect for LLMs as well and AI search engines from what I see. But this is where actually the biggest here's the biggest venue for improvements that we know of, is basically in brand and content piece. So one of the key things for LLM success is to have a really good brand messaging and to be consistent and persistent. This means that throughout the time you need to educate the market, you need to share the content that fits your messaging and fits your vision and mission, and only like that you can actually get LLMs to know you and to learn to present you to other users and so on. Ultimately, you can say this is a story of entire marketing. You need to spread your entire message as wide as possible. LLMs will like this. Have more people speaking about you. LLMs will love it. PR campaigns for months. LLMs will love it. So ultimately, you need to elevate your marketing game, not just to be in a frequency of assets that you need to deliver and need to kind of educate the market and need the campaign, but it also needs to be consistent and persistent through time, because it's going to be marathon with LLMs, not going to be a simple short stint. Other than that, there are some tweaks to the content that you can already do that can help you get better at this. So use a FAQ format throughout the web as much as you can, and use natural language when you speak. Reduce the technicality. Try to speak as your customers do. That will be good, because LLMs are ultimately ultimately are language models, and they prefer to read more unique and learn more language. That's it. So, for example, an FAQ. For if you have a product of shoes, for example, don't just write, hey, our shoes are waterproof. Try to expand a bit on that. Try to explain how is this waterproof, and try to put it in a question answer context and structure whenever you can, simply because LLMs will learn better on this. Also, try to reduce the technical talk as well. So an innovative moisturizing complex for epidermal revitalization is not an ideal sentence when a user will probably write the cream moisturizes the skin. So go with it, try to simplify, try to really use normal, like average language, normal language, not too much technicalities where it's not needed, and it will be good. But at the same time, expand on it, try to add more content when it makes sense, and actually where it actually provides value for the users, and some originality as well. So a quality cotton t-shirt is okay, of course, but you can always expand it to make what kind of cotton is it, where it comes from, what's their attributes, unique selling points, and so on. This is something that's beneficial, because these extra bits of tokens of text will definitely help you rank and be better in when LLMs process and AI search engine process your content. And that being said, avoid generic descriptions, focus on the USP, like I mentioned, add a human touch to the story. Always like be a bit exploitative and different. Why did you do? What did you do? It's your vision, it's your mission. Try to build on it, be persistent with it, tell your story better. And of course, harness the power of user-generated content. Wherever you have some reviews, ratings, or comments, if they are being on some aggregator website, take them in, make some pages out of it, create some content that fits that, and because it's natural language, is going to be even better, of course. There's also some technical content pieces that can be done. You can also focus on the entity clusters and topic clusters. So you don't need to focus on a singular keywords. Ideally, just be a professional in what you do, and it's going to be really well regarded. Also, again, clear positioning and messaging, while persistent, is key to success. Repeating that message over and over throughout websites, throughout content, will definitely be helpful. And on a more technical side, you can add schema, topic clusters, interlinking on your content, and so on and so on. For example, this is the entity indexing checker. I will definitely use this to figure out how your business is being observed or categorized by search engines, so you can actually build on top of it and build any kind of. If you like it, of course, just continue building it. But if you don't like it, if you want to, for example, go into some other category, you really need to be mindful how to build it and how to engage with it. And third category are tech hacks. I will again just here highlight that many of these, the impact is really not known, and many of these actually may be penalized. So I picked up three of them that are kind of safe, I would say, that you can actually use now and just go for it and see what will happen. First of them is a LLM's TXT file. Basically, robots.txt is a document, standardized document that tells robots how they behave on your website. There's an initiative even now to try and do similar thing for LLMs. This basically what it does is transfers your content into a markdown that you can easily feed or tell LLMs what they need to know about your website, and actually show them what they need. This is not yet standard as of now, but might become. So it doesn't it's not a waste if you even do it now. Other thing is strategic text sequence. This is based from a study from Harvard University about manipulating large language models to increase product visibility. Basically, researchers here used AI to develop certain text snippets and add them on the LLMs and websites to actually improve or change the way how LLMs think about the product and service, and what did they actually say. This is a tricky one to do. Not 100% clear outcome here, but they continue to work on this repo and find value from it. So makes sense that maybe it works. You can try, of course, and see whether it works for you as well. Also, what you can do is teach the LLMs. This means that you can basically anytime that you have this kind of a conversation with LLM, if you like the answer, you can put thumbs up or thumbs down. At the moment, yes, the companies use this to train the output. So basically, you can kind of hack it now. If you see that they confirm your company for some query, you can just say, hey, this is good. Or if it's not your company, it's not there for some, You can say, hey, this is bad, and try to list reason why this is bad. I think I would say use this now, because I would bet this is going to go away pretty soon as these tools become better and better. Also, then you can build your application and then use your data, your own data, and to use that data to send it LLM for training. Anytime you build an AI-powered application, the LLM providers will ask you to share the data. You can decline or accept. In this case, accept, then build some kind of application that will you will send your data via API with hope that they will really use it for training the LLMs. This is a long way how to do it, what to do with your data and LLMs, but we think it can work a lot simply because you are directly injecting your data in LLM knowledge base. So it's bound to use it to train. Retrieval is a different thing. Nobody knows how this is done, but training, at least you have a direct input what you want to train here. And then that will conclude some kind of things that you can do in LLMO. But also we have to be clear whether this works or not. So I'm going to share a couple of ideas or ways how you can actually monitor the performance of your optimizations. First off is, of course, to use Google Analytics referral traffic. At the moment, you can just use regex to actually filter out the traffic from LLMs, and you will see immediately but how much it increases, decreases, and how it works from day-to-day basis, basically. Also, one of the good things is how to get idea about whether this works or not is just to ask LLMs. So basically you can ask them and they will provide you feedback immediately, and you will see what works or not, to what kind of queries they answer, how do they write about your solution, business or service, and definitely use it as a research platform about your product as well. And of course there are third-party solutions like Profind, Utterly, Brandlight, and OpinioAI, where you can actually build a market research study about your market. So you can use third-party solutions to do some kind of performance analysis as well. Yeah, there are already tools out there that you can do without problem. And that's it. So to recap, SEO is not that. It's not that definitely. Actually, you need SEO to succeed in LLM era. To optimize for LLMs, there's three pillars basically that you need to be mindful of: quality SEO, branding content, and tech hacks. Tech hacks again is a bit iffy one, but many of these can help. But ultimately, you need quality SEO and brands, really strong brand with strong content to support it, and you will succeed in LLM where. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you learned something new today, and how and what is the role of SEO in LLM era. And no, it's not dead, but it's definitely going to be an interesting development to see where this goes. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Here's my QR code, or write me to my email, Nikola@opinio.ai. I will gladly discuss these and many other topics with you. Thank you very much, and see you on the interwebs. Bye.